Barnes & Noble is blurring the line between e-reader and tablet even further with the NOOKcolor. Featuring a 7-inch full-color touchscreen and the Android OS, this e-reader makes it simpler than ever to browse over 2 million titles, including magazines, newspapers, and 1 million free books. You can even play games, stream music, and surf the web via Wi-Fi. So curl up with the NOOKcolor for $250.
Now, as e-readers go, this one is pretty heavy.
To say the least. Look at that thing.
It weighs almost twice as much as the Kindle at about 1 pound. It's still lighter than the iPad, though. Same thickness as an iPad.
Give it a reality show on Style, it's so heavy.
That's so bad.
It was more for me.
Now, I read on it for a while. I didn't think it was heavy because I'm used to the iPad, but do you think the weight's going to be a problem for other people?
Yeah, listen, I mean, reading hurts my brain, but now it hurts my forearms, too. It is a little on the heavy side. I'm sorry. Like, for extended periods of reading, I feel like you will grow tired of it.
It'll hurt your muscles?
Yeah, with that said, it's not terrible. Don't run screaming from the device. Just keep that in mind that it is a little heavier than other e-devices.
Now, the touchscreen and e-ink combination on the last Nook was kind of confusing to use. So this one has a full-color touchscreen.
Yeah, which obviously works much better. When you touch the screen, it actually does stuff this time. And the touch is responsive, though not as responsive as an iPad. And we're going to make this distinction, at least I'm going to try to, many times throughout this little mini review. This is an e-reader, not a tablet. It acts like a tablet, and that it's a full-color touchscreen device.
Yeah,
but this is an e-reader. So what does that mean? Well, it's running on Android 2.1 along with Barnes & Noble's custom overlay, and it ends up being a completely unique e-reader experience. Our major complaint, though, is that the whole interface just feels a little underpowered. So as you can see when you're pinching and zooming or swiping from page to page, any task that might be processor heavy, it tends to be slower than we want because the experience feels like a tablet, but it's not. It's an e-reader.
I would swipe it a few times and then realize that I was way ahead. I just thought it wasn't working.
Yeah, you think it's not responding and you keep tapping it and then you start a forest fire.
Yeah. The first Nook store had a pretty basic, boring design. So did Barnes & Noble improve on it for this one?
Oh, yeah, they put a dress on it. Sexy. We like the way the shop is organized. It's full-color screen. It really adds a lot. You can search over 2 million books, magazines, and newspapers. And as you can see, it's all very pretty-like.
Now, since it doesn't have an e-ink display, people think that reading on it might be uncomfortable. So is that going to be a problem?
I mean, you have an iPad, right? You read on it.
I do.
If you've ever read on a backlit device, it's just as easy. Even though the LCD may not be as easy on your eyes as e-ink, it is backlit, which means you can read at night. What a novel concept. You can also change the font color so it's not just white on black, which would help if you get bothered by the brightness. There's all sorts of color schemes. I think
normal, gray. There's mocha, right?
There is mocha. I think
I want mocha.
Burnt sienna. I have no idea what's in there, but I'm sure cinnamon is an option, and you can read it. Go for it.
Barnes & Noble also tried making reading magazines more of a multimedia experience like the iPad.
Yeah, and they did a pretty good job. There's a thumbnail view, so you can quickly flip through the magazine. Each page is available for pinching and zooming. And there's an article view, so you can actually read the text without seeing the ads. The issue with that mode, which it's a novel concept, but I don't like the little landing strip.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's trying to come back in style, but
I don't like
I
that
feel
either.
like give me the full
it's too skinny.
width. Agreed.
You get like three words on each line.
Go all the way or go home, ladies.
Evan. Web browsing usually sucks on e-readers, but since it's practically a tablet, we expect a much better browser. Is that what we get?
You do. You actually get it. It's pretty quick. It looks great on a 7-inch color screen. Again, pinch and zoom action. Look at that.
Pinch and zoom.
Spread them. Even though there's no flash support, it's easily the best browser on an e-reader we've ever used. But again, it's not a tablet, so don't get that confused.
Thank you.
It's a hard distinction to make because some people are going to pick this up going, wait, this isn't as cool as an iPad because it's not trying to be an iPad. It's an e-reader.
Now, there's a bunch of extra apps included, and they plan on adding more in the future. So what do we have so far?
So far, there's Pandora, which works exactly like it would on your smartphone. You can listen to music in the background while you read. You can also play games. There's, chess, Sudoku, which...
I love Sudoku. I took this home with me for a week, and I was stuck on Sudoku for a long time.
I have access to, like, the Library of Congress. Sudoku.
And I'm so not good at it either.
But was the experience fun?
Oh, it was so much fun. I used to play it on my BlackBerry all the time when I would be on the subway, and it brought me back, but I'm awful at it.
But at least you can do it on your e-reader, which is nice.
Exactly. Yeah. It's $250 on BarnesandNoble.com. What are we rating it?
4 out of 5, everybody. Again, it has a few interface flaws, but it is the richest multimedia experience we've ever seen on an e-reader. And a side note to Barnes & Noble, if it has the horsepower, which it probably does, just make it a full-fledged Android tablet, and everyone will grab one, since it's half the price of an iPad. You got to keep that in mind. Kudos, Barnes & Noble. Good job.